All right, we are back. We are at Game 3 of the finals. This is it's gonna be interesting. I am very excited to see this.
Clueless versus Killing Dominion rivalry lives on.
It is the grudge match of grudge matches with these guys, and it is awesome to see. So I'm very excited to see. Okay, the Diana ban is coming out. That was one thing I wanted to see. If is they were still going to ban the Diana, and they do ban, excuse me, the Zyra, which is very interesting. They had amazing luck with it this time, and I'm surprised that they would
Talon,
ban it out.
Talon. I expect a first pick Talon.
There has to be a first pick Talon. Confitarius is ready for it. Are they going to take the brand away? Oh my goodness.
This is interesting. I don't know why you pick Brandon and Talon. No matter
I
you pick
yeah.
Brandon and Talon and you give away Jarvan. Jarvan and Talon. It's terrible, in my opinion.
Jarvan and Talon is an incredibly scary combo to deal with. Talon being incredibly good against those squishy backliners like the Brand. As soon as he jumps on him, he's dead, and then there goes all your AOE damage and your extra stuns and CC. And then the Jarvan with the initiating power is going to be very hard to deal with. I don't know. I mean, banning Talon and picking the Zyra, I think might have been a better option for them.
Brand is a more comfort pick though. Brand's comp's comfort pick and it denies it from Hafe, and Hafe played it very, very well. They're
That
gonna
is true.
opt to leave open the Jarvan and pick the Morgana.
Yeah, the Morgana's been doing really good for him for the past few games, so I can understand why they would want to pick that up. And they are going to take the Talon. They do not want to see a Confitarius Talon. That is a very scary thing to deal with. So we'll see what they decide to pick up here. Matt's Portal is picking. Let's see if he's going to pick one of his supports or if he's going to pick for something for Rage. And it looks like we got the Lulu coming out. The legendary Mad Supportal Lulu. For those that don't know, in the past Dominion tournaments, I believe this Lulu has somewhat of a 99% win rate. I think in over almost 100 tournaments, it has not lost, except for one or two matches. So this Lulu is a very, very strong pick. Oh, and it looks like he's not going to pick the Lulu, and he's going to pick that Vi up for Rage.
Flash the Lulu, put the threat in there with the two bruisers. They're gonna take both of the good bruisers, Jarvan and Vi, away.
Hmm.
Now, this was the interesting thing about picking the Morgana early, because now you pick Pantheon, or you pick Darius, or you can't go Kha'Zix because you banned it last. I'll be very interested to see a Riven pick here, as you don't
Riven.
ever want a Riven in the brand top. It's just you get stunned and you die from the rest of the team. But if with Black Shield changes a lot of things, so it's going to be very interesting. But they still do need to initiate. If they go Riven, that means their next thing has to be a melee frontliner, and they only one backline Morgana, which is suboptimal. In my opinion, they should pick Urgot.
Yeah, the Urgot would be really good. We know Hafe can play an incredibly good Urgot as well, so I would kind of just run down. I don't know. I don't like the Riven into the Steam comp, especially with the Brand. That's already a pain to deal with. And then you have the Jarvan, you have the Vi, you have a lot of stuff that can just interrupt you trying to get in on the enemy team, and your flash isn't going to be up for every encounter to get over that. So they are going to pick up the Malzahar, which isn't a terrible pickup. It can shut down a lot of the backline or front line, because Vi does get a lot of extra damage by chaining auto attacks with her E. You can also silence a Vi while she's charging up the Q and cancel it, so that'll be another thing to look out for. Snide going for the Ezreal, still a very strong pick.
I like the Black Shield on the Riven. I like the Mouse for the silence. I think that's very well done. But I think it's too much physical damage that you're asking the Riven to try to walk through right now.
Yeah, Riven is one of those champions where you can't really build the bulk on her, because she just does so much better with the flat AD and the pen. So it's very hard for her to build as a frontliner. You normally see a Riven picked up when you have something like a Leona or a Maokai or a Jarvan even, something to go in first to take the aggro.
I would have expected a Wukong pick here since it was open, but for some reason he opted for Riven. So we'll see if Brown Wizard has a pocket Riven that's going to do some serious work, because it's going to be definitely needed this game.
Yeah, and it looks like Snide is probably going to do what he did last game. Start off bot lane as Ezreal, and then have Confitarius swap in with the Brand. And he's going to pick Trundle just for that matchup. He says, you know what? I don't want anything late game to beat me. I'm just going to be bot. Come find me.
The issue is Ezreal doesn't beat Trundle late game if you opt for a tier, which you can do because Trundle's early game is pretty terrible.
Yeah, he might be able to pull it off this game. We'll see, though. I don't know if Snide is a huge fan of the tier builds.
The other issue is Wolfer can never sack a single resist because they have multiple bot laners that can just swap down there with magic damage.
Yeah,
and Brand does absolutely destroy Trundle in a 1v1.
Oh, that is true. What is... I don't know. If he's aware that they did the Ezreal Brand swap last time, so I don't know why he's picking Trundle into it, thinking that it's going to happen again.
I mean, it's a comfort pick.
Yeah. Unless he's going to mainly just sit bot, farm, and roam top a lot more, and just try to be there for the big team fights, but even then he's walking into a Brand, a Lulu, you know, an Ezreal, so even if he does get that big armor or MR steal from someone, it's not going to matter too much because he's not going to be able to walk at things.
Pillar is also not very effective in the top fights for your team. Sure, it narrows the passageways for you to get a Morgana bind, but your team can't capitalize off of that Morgana bind by going in because you'll go in and on a target and it will get Lulu ulted and you'll just get turned on. They also lack the AoE that they lacked last game and the zoning potential, so it's going to be very interesting. This is a very CC light team comp.
Yeah, they do have the silence, of course. They have the suppress, but that's only every so often. The bindings, they have another silence, and they have the stuns and the knockup from Riven. But in terms of just hard CC, we need that target to not move right now. It's non-existent. So we will take off our blockers here. And lots of flash and exhaust. So it looks like Forgot is going to be bringing Clairvoyance along. Going to be using that to try and see where Clueless is rotating around the map. Throwing it down a location will pretty much tell you they are here or not. And using that information, if they're not there, they're in the other place, and if they are, well, you know where they go.
I like the CV this game. They need some vision. Parkhurst was catching up for a lot of Morgana binds in Game 1. Game 2, the binds weren't the same. But, you know, Hafe is on another immobile champion. He opted for the Malzahar, which has to silence this game, says the Syndra. You know, he was missing a lot of Scatter the Weeks last game, even though he did have a pretty decent overall performance in that game. But we'll see how this game turns out.
It is going to be interesting. I don't know. I want to give it to Clueless because I really want to see them take down Killing Dominion. You know, I like seeing the old dogs step up and show the new guys what's up. But at the same time, like, Killing Dominion brings so much good talent to the game mode. And just being like, yo, we'll play Dominion, we'll rock it with you guys, we'll give you some competition. So it's good, because if they get beat, or if they beat down Clueless again, then Clueless is going to be like, alright, we got to get it right this week, guys, come on.
I mean, they came out with a good showing in Game 1, they put up a good fight in Game 2, but faltered in the late game rotations.
Mm-hmm.
Can they pull it out in a Game 3?
It's going to come down to this. This is going to be the final match. The cash is on the line. Beautiful cash money of the Azubu tournaments. Gotta love it.
I'm actually surprised that Wolfer opted to not go Aurelia in this matchup rather than Trundle. I mean, Trundle's interesting because he can swap top and just be fat, but I would have rather seen Aurelia because Aurelia can do so much more in team fights than Trundle can, in my opinion. He's like, Trundle's just a damage sink. Whereas Aurelia can catch any of these backline mages, and they will be dead.
There's not going to be anything they can do. An Aurelia with Merc Treads jumping on your face is, you have a Brand Stun, that's cute. You have a Polymorph, that's cute. It just doesn't matter too much.
But this is 3 games of Morgana coming from Clueless. This is not something we generally get to see.
Yeah, I mean, normally when you see the Morganas lately, it's always been on Mad Supportal. Mad Supportal's been playing Morgana a lot the past few games, weeks, etc., and he's really liked her quite a bit. Just her catch potential, her Black Shield, you know, having that ultimate to help lock down the fights, and it's really interesting to see if Harker's picking up this Morgana.
Was it Mad Supportal?
I'm pretty sure Mad Supportal.
I mean, they gave Mad Supportal Janna all last week.
Did they?
Wasn't it Forgot the icing on the Morgana?
I'm not sure if it was the last week, but the past few tournaments, Or because I was missing for the community tournament last week, so I didn't get a chance to see exactly what happened. But in the past Azubu one, I know Malzahar+ was picking up the Morgana a lot.
Very interesting. Too many Morgana players on both teams.
Way too
Icing
many.
told Malzahar+ last week, your Morgana's bad, my Morgana's better. Hafe last week ran Morgana, and then, Parker's told Hafe, your Morgana's bad, I'm playing Morgana.
Well, that works. Alright, so we are in this loading screen here. Getting into Game 3 of our finals. It is currently 1-1. Clueless being your bottom team, and Killing Dominion since 2011 being your top team. Oh man, with the Azubu Crystal Cup. I am one of your casters for today. My name is Fancy Wolf, and casting alongside me today is the glorious and spectacular
TG Popple. We have Clueless spawning on purple side, Hafe Hearted of Parker's, Biddlepop, Brown Bruiser, and Wolfer. And on the other side we have...
Forgot the Icing, Malzahar+, Confitarius, Rage, and Snide Sentinel. And this is going to be quite an interesting match. Both of the previous games came down to the wire. They were both under 100, I want to say under 50 points even. And that is very, very close in Dominion games. So we'll see how this final match goes out. Snide is going to be going bot lane again to start it off against Wolfer. They're probably going to just end up swapping Confitarius down there again, but there is a Talon threat this time. So they do need to be careful about that.
30 seconds.
I think Biddlepop is going to be the X factor in this game. Talon is one of those champions that really, in my opinion, should be going for the Lulu. Parkers needs to catch out the Lulu. If the Lulu dies first, can't get her Wild Growth off, or even has to Wild Growth herself, it is so detrimental for their team comp.
Yeah, it is. They do have the Vi, who's probably going to be going a bit glassier. Jarvan as well, going glassy with the assassin-style builds, just to make sure they're maximizing their damage output. And if you don't have that extra, 400, 500, 600 HP on you, then you're just going to end up blowing up when you run into this front line here, or into this team comp of Clueless.
Clueless definitely is not lacking in the damage department this game.
Blue team has captured the refinery.
No, they said, you know what, we didn't have enough damage, so let's bring all of our damage in this time.
Blue team has captured the quarry.
Well, we have Hafe quickly losing, 40% of his health to Confitarius' his two combos.
Yeah, that good old brand combo, just chunking you down if you decide to get hit by it and you're pretty squishy. So we'll see how they try to retaliate to this, cover it up. Ooh, Bibimbap getting hit. With that, but Conf is actually kind of low on mana right now, and the Rude Flash! The Rude Flash for the Health Relic.
I think this is very good. This gets Brown Bruiser in a position where he can put down his CC and Parker can get easy binds. If Hafe had all of his cooldowns up, he would have been able to put a silence over there, but they got a lot of damage from that exchange in the top of the point.
That was very good. Coming out on top in terms of the damage. Mana looking a little low for Hafe. He does have that mana pot ticking. He's going to need it. Confitarius back up to full HP, went and got another health relic there.
They go overall the Malzahar with his one Voiling standing in the front. As long as Hafe can keep getting ease and Parkers can keep getting bites, they're going to come out ahead. Biddlepop's at full health now. He's been potting up. He's going to go in on that. The portal. He's probably, I would have said going to die, but the Brandstone Whip and the Black Shield came out. One got a blind hit, and Rages is going to go down.
Very nicely done. I'm very surprised. Clueless actually managed to take that quite convincingly. Great job there, but meanwhile in the bot lane, Wolfer just getting absolutely pushed in by this Ezreal. He's going to run away, making sure he's not dying for any needless reason. The point is going to get neutralized, however. And they need to be kind of careful with this, because that Ezreal is very close to hitting 6 here. And if that ultimate were to come across and hit Wolfer into an EQ, he might be dead.
They are rotating Icing down to this point, so they're not going to be able to get the cap back. However, Clueless is going to fight Confitarius in the top lane. Brown Bruiser is going to go down first. Hafe Hearted is going to get the return kill. Malzahar+ is going to die. Silence in the bind, and even the suppress coming out. Rage is coming out.
Very nicely
up
done.
Here, but he's not level 6, and Hafe Hearted is, and they're just going to push the top lane.
It looks like there was a bit of trading going on. Bibimbap managing to keep them back long enough for Wolfer to go B. He does have that Ninja Tabby now, which will help him out immensely against the Ezreal. And ulting the Jarvan to get that free stat boost, and then... using the exhaust on the Ezreal so he couldn't do anything, and oh,
Lulu
BB Pop.
being super indecisive here. He could have went on to the Jarvan and done significant damage. Misses the rake. Still not gonna ult. He's played so many games down here in his bottom lane, but comes out on top, saves his ultimate for the top lane team fight that's gonna happen soon.
Yeah, they were able to get the bot lane back, which is what they were trying to do. I mean, I don't know, if I saw Jarvan with absolutely no armor, because my Trundle just took it, I would feel very inclined to just jump on and blow up that Jarvan. But we'll see if he actually manages to get his ult out here. He does.
Was Malzahar and I forgot the icing trying to make a play in the jungle while their other two members were capturing the point. They lose one for it, but overall it wasn't that bad of an exchange as long as Rages doesn't die, however. This is going to be very interesting. Pop gets the ult out of Cafeteria's backs off. Rages is going to fall, but everybody on Clueless is very low. And Snide and Wolf are appearing at the same time with the same idea here. Bruiser is going to fall for playing too many games, and that hopefully is the end of that.
That is what we call reads right there, is when both bot laners are immediately already at top lane with each other, just ready to go and ready to duke it out. They just said, you know what, forget bot lane, going up.
And Parkhurst has Malzahar's number today, just hitting him with bind after bind. Malzahar just trying to be in the front of his team, doing his thing, but Parkhurst just says no.
Man, Wolfer gonna have to retreat. I don't know if the Morgana and Trundle combo can handle this.
Ezreal
Ezreal can
comes
just
out on
out.
Pop on the side. Pop opting to not challenge the Lulu.
Oh, the engage is coming in from icing. They are trying to retreat from this as fast as possible. The Glitterland's coming through. Is going to slow BB Pop. He might be going down here. Rage trying to come in on the back line, get something done. Mal's just trying to push everyone off as quickly as he can.
Brown Bruiser, meanwhile, taking a significant amount of farm in the bottom lane with this rotation, which I think is very important. Riven is a champion that needs items, but he needs to not play around with brands too much.
Yeah, he will be able to get some extra stuff out of that. I wonder if he got enough for a pickaxe with that. Oh, very close. Just 100 gold off with that farming. But he is right there ready for it. If he can get that last whisper up really quickly, he'll be in a very good position. Or even trying to go for that time at our Hydra.
We do see a delayed Spell Thief's Edge coming out from a Parker, trying to get that extra gold with bind in the bush, but forces Rages out. The next bind might get a catch. We see Malzahar trying to rotate over, have Pop in the bottom side jungle. They have full jungle control here, but Rages is just going to casually walk away. Meanwhile, Cafeteria's is just going to opt for the back cap on bottom lane since Knight can't die to Wolfer.
Yeah, so Wolfer, normally in this position, you would either just hard engage on the enemy bot laner and kill them outright and trade points, but he's not going to be able to do that, and this is going to be a free quest for killing the minion. That just...
Wolfer is going to opt to stay here because he wants his team to rotate down onto their bottom lane, but now he's going to find himself in quite an interesting predicament. Since their team, however, did catch out Rages, it won't be terrible if he dies, but he might get the kill on Snipes. That's going to have to blow flash.
So close. Almost
and
had it.
Bruiser is going to come down here and might be able to clean him up with a wind slash.
Brand trying to zone out the Riven, making sure he's staying away.
The jungle control from Clueless is immaculate with Morgana's bind and Half-Hearted's Call of the Void silence. It's too scary to walk in there.
Yeah.
Nobody has enough bulk.
Well, right now they are still 3-cap though, so even though they do have this great jungle control, they're not really pressuring it where they need to. They need to get their bot point back, and they need to just play fall back and defensive right now. Hafe trying to do some juking, is still going to get hit by the stun, and is probably going to go down there. Does manage to get off one more silence before he does go down. Nicely done. Save BB Pop for a few more seconds.
Ooh, BB Pop got the kitchen sink thrown at him after that fight. Trundle messing with the Parkers. Might get the kill, definitely should get the kill with Wolfer coming on the side. Icing's going to grief for the Morgana, and he's not going to get it. So this is a very good bait by a Parkers. Half-Hearted should get up here in time to stop Rages, or at least kill him. We should know that Vi ult's down when he has nothing to particularly fear with his exhaust up.
Oh, the exhaust is there. He's trying to wait for it to run off. Really needs to get that null zone underneath her before he ults. That's going to be a majority of the damage there, or make sure he has some minions as well. There we go. Now you got your minion, and oh, you also have a BB Pop with you. His ultimate isn't up yet. Gotcha. Well, there goes the Lulu ult, using it on herself. The question is, can they kill her to make up for it? Oh, almost made it. think all that took was that Lulu shield. If that wasn't up at that time, that would have been a very, very dead Lulu. And Cafeteria's going down, the ignites, the wind slash coming across, and ooh, the Ezreal ult is coming. Is it gonna get it? Oh, he moved. Very, very close there. Nice try, though.
My client is having a significant amount of issues right now.
Is it really? Well, that's okay. I can take on that solo cast while you get your stuff fixed up. And Brown Bruiser looking to try and get a gank here on Snide, but Snide is just going to run B. So it looks like the rest of Clueless is going to try to group up here and look for the team fight. That Storm Relic is up, and they know that killing Dominion wants to get it. The Spooky Ghost coming out. Very nicely done. Brown Bruiser trying to jump in front and take both of them, but the other one was too smart. Did manage to go around. Excellent binding coming across there. Is going to get some good damage down on Forgot the Icing, and Forgot the Icing getting taken very, very low there. Talon is going to die for that trade. It's going to be a 1-for-0. Talon did revive to come back out, though, and is it just me, or does Jarvan's health plate look lower than normal? Looks very low on him right now. Alright, but back to the game. Looks like Clueless is trying to get their positioning set up right now. Seeing what they can do. Jarvan going in on Baby Pop, going to be able to get some damage, but the Riven is here as well. And this Jarvan does not have Ninja Tabi yet, so there's going to be a lot of extra hits coming in on him. But the Ezreal coming up and cleaning up the fight. Jarvan is actually going to walk away alive from that. Just barely, but still alive. In the meantime, Clueless did the 3v2 up top, did manage to take it, and oh, they better stop their B, they better stop their B. Only one of them did. I guess that's okay. Does Half-Hearted have his ultimate? The Malzahar ult is up, so they can lock someone down if the opportunity arises.
Okay, I think I'm back. Are we at 10 minutes and 53 seconds?
We are at 10 minutes and 53 seconds. With Half-Hearted just dying on the point right now to that crazy dive that he probably should have tried to walk away from as soon as the Lulu popped up.
You might have to solo cast the rest of this game. The client is just doing the delay it did 2 weeks ago.
Oh, well, that is quite a bummer there. Alright, well, I guess I will be rocking the solo cast. Thank you, my good friend Popples, for hanging out. But we'll see how this Game 3 ends up finishing here. Alright, so let's get back to it. Parker's trying to get away from this Snide. Snide throwing out those dangerous cues, trying to go beyond the point, pulling a Fancy Wolf, and almost getting caught out and dying there. And Forgot the Icing just holding point against Trundle here. He should have no problem with it. He's pretty bulky himself. And, oh, that Ezreal going in and absolutely melting Morgana, but at the same time, the Malzahar backing up and destroying the Lulu. The Ezreal ult coming across, the flash coming through. Very nice not getting hit by that brand stun either. So it's kind of important for Clueless right now. They want to get that good team fight. Wolfer, with his ultimate up, is going to be able to do some good damage on Forgot the Icing, but the tower is just too much right now. He doesn't have any extra armor. So because he doesn't have that extra armor and he's opting to go for the Triforce first, it's a little bit more difficult for him to do the ultimate tower dive that Trundle is really known for in bot lane. And BB Pop, still not having that last whisper, and because he doesn't have that last whisper, that Jarvan just sat there and did not go down. So kind of a misstep on his build there, causing that. Could have saved his friend, could have got that bot point. And ooh, Parker's trying to go for the Storm Relic. It is going to miss the binding. That's Portal trying to come up, going to be able to get some damage down, is going to hit Malzahar in the process instead. And oh, the ultimate coming down. The Rake going down onto Snide. The Exhaust as well is going to get taken down. That Riven still has Wind Slash and is going to be able to take this fight. Excellent, excellent play by Clueless there. Our revive is going to be coming out. I see one popped. Jarvan is back up into this fight here. He's going to be looking to try and engage. All of Clueless is very low right now. They really want this top point back. Trundle, in the meantime, does have a free bot lane. Ezreal is going to try to get down here to stop him. Will be able to stop him just in time. But the Morgana ultimate coming out is going to be too much. The Malzahar-Morgana combo just absolutely melting the rest of Killing Dominion here. The silence comes across, but the Pyroclasm does come out. Thankfully, Half-Hearted managed to get away from that and did not get taken down. Wolfer trying to 1v1 the Ezreal. Not going to happen. Is going to get beaten down. Is opting to get his Randuins now. He does have that Triforce finished. Wolfer, a big fan of that item, especially on a lot of his bot laners, so we'll see how it goes. Right now, game's in favor of Clueless, and then they need to get this back. Or Killing Dominion needs to get this back. They're grouping up, trying to find that team fight. Ooh, very good face check with the Malzahar Q. That does give vision, so that was a great play by them. Able to get the vision, silencing comp, dealing a lot of damage, and oh, this Malzahar is just zoning so hard. In the meanwhile, Clueless did get that good gank off bot. The whole nerd squad came down to join them, and they were able to clean it up there. Let's see. Oh, Vi jumping in a little too early, going to eat a fistful of snare and a lot of Riven. Windslash coming across is going to be able to take down the brand on the retreat. Are they going to be able to finish off Snide? He did blink away. The triple kill coming out for Bruiser. This Riven is just doing work right now. And Wolfer probably going to go down. He does not have his ultimate up right now. And Parker's just trying to catch this Ezreal. Doing what he can. Is going to miss the binding. Oh, he's going to ult for it. Is he going to be able to get it? No, he is not. The Ezreal Q is going to finish it off. And Icing going to try to get this back, but there is a Bibipop and Brown Bruiser right here waiting for him. The silence comes across, but the Q does get casted before the silence does go through. Matzaportal able to survive that ultimate. Which is pretty surprising. That is full AP Malzahar, and he did manage to get away. Oh, the null zone was not underneath. That might have been the cause of the issue.
Rampage. Red team's captured the drill. Unstoppable.
Alright, so very nice catch there. They did get the Vi out. Bibipop Talon still doesn't have his last whisper. Get that last whisper, Bibipop. You will be so happy you did. And, ooh, Riven playing some games, trying to go in on a Lulu and a Brand. Not going to happen too well there. And Jarvan does have the Trundle ult on him, so he does not want to mess with that Trundle right now. His armor and MR are very, very weak. And seems like it did wear off. He's back up to his 215 armor. Looking for a fight, trying to make sure the point doesn't get capped. Clueless is still in full control of this match right now. They have bot lane neutralized. They have the 3 cap, the zoning potential, as Popples was saying earlier before the client just rudely took him away from me. The zoning potential is just incredible with the Malzahar and Morgana. And ooh, Parkhurst is very low. Very, very low, and it looks like that is going to be a cleanup right there. The Malzahar ultimate going across onto Jarvan is going to be able to finish him off by getting ulted by the Lulu. Is going to keep him alive for a little bit longer. Is Hafe going to be able to get anything out of this? No, he is not. That is a flash that is going to be wasted. But we do have revives. The revives are coming out. Clueless might be able to keep this lead, though. And Clueless again with that just amazing jungle pressure, trying to get the lockdown, trying to look for the picks. And I'm actually curious as to who is bot lane against Wolfer right now. Okay, seems like Confitarius is going down there. That's going to be a very difficult matchup for him. Does have his Negatron cloak, which is useful. But it's not going to work out too well. Jarvan just getting instantly melted. The Talon ultimate is down, but the Malzahar ult is about to be back up again. Morgana ult is ready to go. Windslash is ready to go. It's a very scary Clueless team ready to pick something off and just absolutely destroy it. So Bruiser not having flash, it's going to be very hard for him to get in on that Ezreal. He's going to try. But he is going to run into the Lulu, and he is going to get taken down. Or is he going to finish it off? The 5% heal from the Mastery is going to bring him back up. Snide popping revive, trying to get back out. This Wolfer Malz combo is keeping them very pinned here at mid lane. But in the meantime, Wolfer did leave bot lane, so Confitarius is taking the opportunity to try and get this. Clueless is trying to make a trade, and this trade is not going to pay off because Killing Dominion still has revives. They were trying to pressure mid super hard and trade the mid for the bot lane with the 5-man push, but because of the revives still being up, Killing Dominion is able to get back out and get stuff done. Wolfer trying to stay alive, is going to probably be able to get away from Rage, but he's going to need to defend this point. His ultimate is up in just a few more seconds here. Brown Bruiser trying to get bot lane back. And top lane fight seems to be going in favor of Clueless. Malzahar doesn't have his ultimate quite yet. That'll be a big factor, and if they're able to finish taking this, Wolfer is just going to get kited and poked down by this Lulu. Needs to back up now. Again, he still has the Ninja Tabby, and because he keeps grabbing those Ninja Tabby for the early lane against the AD, it's costing him in the late game when he tries to come into these teamfights. He's just getting CC'd out of his mind. And this Ezreal, Snide is just allowed to do whatever he wants. He is just blinking around the fights. Hafe really just needs to get his ultimate, and he needs to save it for that Ezreal. And Hafe is sitting up here all by himself with the Wolfer, so he is going to go down. Game is going to go back in favor... Oh, almost got that win slash. That would have been a free Snide. And I don't know if they could have capitalized on anything up here immediately, but the team is coming up to back them up. And the Talon going through. He had the black shield. He should have continued on to try and finish off that brand, because he is the brand killer on this team right now. Never mind, Riven was just like, yo, I got this. I will take care of that brand for you. So now it is a 2v. Oh, the double kill coming through. And Snide does have a Riven on his face. That means he is going to go down. The revives are coming out, though. And killing Dominion is going to get back up here very fast. That Lulu with the Whimsy and the AP boosting it is going to get up there very quickly. Jarvan going through, trying to take down a Parker's. Oh, the Jarvan ult was cast. The cooldown is used. The damage does not get through. And oh, here comes the Malzahar ult onto the Ezreal, but he didn't have his null magic. Oh no, onto the brand, excuse me. But he did not have everything on him, so it is not going to kill him entirely. And again, it looks like Killing Dominion is managing to hold this top point incredibly well. Really, they need Wolfer to make some incredible play down here and take this point. But the problem is Vi does not actually have a lot of resistances, so it's very hard for him to ult him to kill her. But here comes the Talon, doing what Talon do, ganking bot. And looks like Conf is coming down as well as Ezreal. They're going to try to 2v2 this here. Talon ultimate is down, so that is not going to be a very good fight in their favor. Oh, but they have a Brown Bruiser coming in. The ultimate coming out from Wolfer, trying to get some health back from Snide, slowing him down. And the one-man brand ult coming out across, and man, Snide is just walking circles around them. I think he might actually be able to get away from this, and he does. The play coming out from Snide right there, that may have just changed the game. That might be it. Clueless might be done with that alone. The revive coming out from Wolfer. He's going to try to jump down here and defend this point. It is a brand he is trying to defend against those. That is not the best thing, as well as the Vi. The Vi is going to be able to shred through his armor with ease. He does not have an ultimate to use. But, ooh, I think he should be good to get out of there. Talon and Riven also coming up. They'll be able to get down there and help reinforce that pretty easily. But they need to get this push. They need to get this top lane neutralized. That is like the biggest thing right now. They need to just go. And the Talon coming in with the ultimate. The wind slash coming through. They are going to be able to take everything down, only at the cost of Talon. And ooh, Ezreal is up top here. They do not have an ultimate or anything to lock him down. So it's really going to come down to, can we get that skill shot to finish it off? And Parker's will be able to take it. They are going to be able to take this top lane back. In the meantime, bot lane as well. Looks like Confiteries had to blow his revive. No more revives on the side of Killing Dominion at all. And still 2 more revives on the side of Clueless. So this game is going to come down to the wire once more. Games 1 and 2 were both this close as well. So we got the Talon down bot, looking for the good gank. Lulu is picking up that Storm Relic for the team fight up top. The Super Nerd Squad gank crew is coming as hard as possible. And now what it's going to happen up here is Clueless needs to play the distraction game. They need to make sure nobody goes and pressures other points. So you have, you know, the Morgana, you have the Malzahar, who is going to go down. And so is the Morg. Thankfully, Morgana still has an ultimate, and now Clueless is doing the right thing. They took bot lane from that gank, and they're running up to mid here to try and cap that point. Very nicely played. Morgana using that revive, getting up here, trying to keep everything safe, and this is going to be a 4-cap. No, Snide getting a little caught out, and that Talon is going to rip you apart, my friend. 4-cap for Clueless, and we only have 50 points left on the board. And I think this may actually be GG. Possibly. Not yet. We'll see. Oh, yep. Confeteria's just died on the other side of the map. He does not have a revive to be up. That is 20 seconds he's down. Jarvan is down for 20 seconds. Mike trying to get some back cap shenanigans going, but it's the 3 cap is still there. Malzahar is going to be able to run down and stop this. Talon just trying to wait, see where he's needed, whether it be bot point or top. And he's going to run to that bot point. He's going to try and grab that. Oh, he's just waiting. He's waiting. Pop, you need to go. You're letting that tower take way too much, my friend. And down he goes. The Ignite coming down. The Bleed is going to finish that off. Brown Bruiser capturing top in the meantime. And that is still going to be a 4 cap maintained for Clueless. And that is going to be GG. So excellent, excellent games from both of these teams. Just some of the best Dominion I think I've ever watched in a very, very long time. Clueless has been losing to Killing Dominion for quite a few weeks now, and they managed to take it and win Game 3. What an amazing couple of sets. If you guys miss any of those games, be sure to check out the VODs afterwards, because those were some awesome, awesome, awesome Dominion matches. If you guys want to see what high-level Dominion is all about and see just how difficult it is to get into it, check out the VODs. It's where it's at. Alright, let's go over the quick endgame good stuff right now. We do have Snide dealing quite a bit of damage, I would assume, because he has a lot of kills here. But yeah, Snide getting the most in the game on that damage chart there. But very equal rounds coming out from Clueless. Half-Hearted dealing the most. That top lane Malzahar is quite a scary thing to deal with. And it seems like if you're looking at the kills, you have the 15-7 Malz, you have the 16-9 Ez, and everything else is kind of just spread amongst the rest of the teams. The major factor that won Clueless this game was the good use of rotations and the good use of ganking bot with that Talon. Because they were ganking bot with the Talon so much, Killing Dominion just didn't react properly, and that's what really cost them the game. They couldn't go in on the Malzahar+Morgana. It was just too difficult to catch them, and they were so good at zoning them off the points that they couldn't pressure anything in response to that gank bot. So, very nicely played by both teams. Well, I think that's about it. Make sure you guys stay tuned, follow the channel, all that good stuff. Thank you very, very much to Azubu for hosting this tournament, putting on some awesome few weeks of games. We're hoping to expand the tournament maybe a little bit more. We'll see. Right now, we're allowing 8 teams in for cash prizes. So if you guys want to get in on this, make sure, sign up, get your teams together, and start practicing. There will be an announcement on the Dominion forums for League of Legends when the next tournament will be. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And we will make sure things are rocking and rolling. So I have been Fancy Wolf. I've been your caster for today. You guys can go follow me at Twitter at FancyWolfLOL. Make sure you guys follow the channel as well. We will catch you guys later. And peace out.